former mayor of New York City and my mayor, Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, criminal is the operative word here. This thing starts. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but precedent has been set that most people who are charged with this, even if they're convicted of this, rarely, if ever, do any sort of jail time. About right?
Yeah, I'd say never, more than rarely. And it's true of all the cases against him. They all share in common the fact that he's just about the only one ever to be charged with these things.
Yeah. And Mr. Mayor, so this thing happens. They said he made, payments, hush money payments to Stormy. I mean, do the American people really care about this?
No, neither do they care, and it happens all the time. I mean, it happens in the conclusion of civil cases, sometimes domestic cases, but also in commercial cases that payments are made, and people are asked to not disclose facts that could be damaging, whether they're true or not. I mean, I've handled cases where you settle it to get rid of the case, not because the claim is correct, but because the case is too darn expensive or harmful to litigate. Happens all the time. Every lawyer handles it.
They're not going to settle this one. They want to see him convicted. But, Mr. Mayor, pivoting to Fani Willis on the stand today, I don't know if you saw it or heard it, but, what struck me is all these cash, the money. She was talking about money, incessantly talking about $2,500 4 or 5 times to her boyfriend, Wade, and he would buy cruise tickets and airplane tickets, and she'd pay him back in cash. Money, 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 cash. Mr. Mayor, your prosecutor senses must be heightened when there's that much cash. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The personal sense there. Those are the two people who want to put me in jail for the rest of my life. And I always figured if anybody was stupid enough to try to put me in jail for something I didn't do, they'd at least be decent people. These are two slime buckets. I mean, they really are. And the way in which they conducted themselves, that alone should dismiss the case. They're bringing one of the most important cases in American history. And these people have the morals and the decency of pigs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. They were lying their you-know-what's off.
Yeah. They got very defensive.
Reimbursing him in cash.
Right.
Like hell, she was reimbursing him in cash.
Right. I mean, you prosecuted the mob. You prosecuted the Gambinos and the Gaudis and the Lucchese's and it's all cash, because cash you can't track the way you can track a credit card.
The only people who use cash are drug dealers and organized criminals, and I guess these two prosecutors who frame presidents.
Mr. Mayor, the other story, Robert Hur's report, special counsel, he's going to testify. I guess GOP's got to be thrilled about that, to hear firsthand from Robert Hur about those depositions he did with Biden, which he concluded that Biden was just an old, dithering old man and he's not fit for being prosecuted. Your thoughts?
I thought that was the single most damaging thing done, even though the other things are much more important. Every time Biden talks, he convinces you that Hur was correct. I mean, that very night he came out to dispute it, and he ends up proving that Hur is correct by not being able to remember. Every time he walks, he proves it. He walks like a demented old man. He talks like a demented old man. And he has the memory of a demented old man. So he's not going to talk his way out of this. Actually, he's going to have to shut up and disappear in order to get out of this.
Yeah, maybe he will. And it wouldn't be the balance unless we brought in the other case that's going on against Donald Trump. We may hear about a decision tomorrow. I understand it may come down tomorrow on whether or not Trump is going to be liable for $250 million, $370 million, barred from doing business in New York. What do you think this judge is going to come down with?
Oh, my gosh, he might double it. Angeron? I call him anger moron. I only care about what happens on appeal.
Mr. Mayor Rudy Giuliani, thank you for joining us.